What is up, everybody? Video here. Not in front of the camera this time because, to be frank, I kind of look like a bum. But if you don't know, Smash Brothers for the Switch was just announced. Now, we don't know if this is a port or if it's a brand new game. I'm under the impression that it's a brand new game. And the reason why I say that is kind of the reasons everyone else has been pointing out. You know, brand new logo, new design for Link. We know that much at least. At the bottom right corner of the trailer, you know, it says original game, and there's no mention of Bandai Namco, which co-developed Smash Brothers for the Wii U. So, in my personal opinion, I think it's a brand new game. Also, I feel like if it was a port, they'd just come out and say it was a port. I don't see why they would be building up a port for a game. I feel like trying to build up or build hype for a port would just be kind of pointless because it's a game we already know about. And if they shroud a port in secrecy and then it comes out and it's a port or it's revealed to be a port, people are gonna be disappointed. So I firmly believe that it's a brand new game that's just running off the Smash 4 engine, you know, using a lot of the same graphics and a lot of the same assets, but it's gonna be a whole new game. So with that being said, obviously new character that we have to get right off the bat is the Inklings. So we know at least that much. And then also we have the silhouettes in the trailer itself, which there's already dozens of other videos explaining that and theorizing on what those characters could be. So I'm not even going to get into that here. So new characters. Obviously, I think an ARMS representative is a shoo-in. Also, I think a Xenoblade rep, Rex or Pyro, whoever, is also pretty much guaranteed, pretty much a shoo-in at this point. New Fire Emblem protagonist from whatever the new Fire Emblem game is, and probably a new Pokemon from whatever the new Pokemon game is, or whatever. So, I think all those characters are pretty much shoo-ins. The one character I'm really hoping for, because I've given up on Snake and Simon Belmont, it's just not going to happen with Konami being Konami, and the fact that Simon Belmont is not relevant anymore, and hell, Snake isn't even relevant anymore because that franchise is dead. But the one character I'm really hoping for is Doom Guy. Let's get Doom Guy in this game. The biggest reason I want Doom Guy is, first of all, it'd be kind of an out there choice, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. With the amount of support Bethesda has been showing the Switch with Skyrim coming out, Doom coming out, Wolfenstein 2 coming out later this year, I'm pretty sure, and I'm sure a Fallout 4 port or something along those lines. I think they have a good working relationship now, and I think Doom Guy would be a perfect rep. On top of that, he has legacy behind him, being a character that pretty much started the first person, you know, genre as we know it. I know there was Wolfenstein before it, but I feel like Doom is the game that really got it right and has become more iconic. And his moveset is just writes itself. You know, a lot of people will be like, well, he uses guns and, you know, he's from Rated M game and all that. Well, Snake made it in, Bayonetta made it in. You can pretty much just take a lot of Snake's moveset with explosives and whatnot, add a little bit of plasma weapons and, you know, maybe even a chainsaw or something. And, you know, I think it could work. I don't think that's a problem at all. So that's the big character I'm pushing for. Secondly, obviously, new stages. If this turns out to be a brand new game, then obviously we're going to get some brand new stages. And, you know, you can just base them off of games that we've had, like a Breath of the Wild stage, Odyssey stage, Splatoon, ARMS, you know, pretty much stuff like that, the shoo-ins. And if Doom Guy's in, we can get Hell as a stage, and that'd be pretty cool, so why not have that? So I think that's pretty much all I really have to say about stages. Story mode. I'd love to see story mode come back, but this time around I'd actually like it to be a story. The last one was really just scenes put together with Nintendo characters, and I'd like to see some sort of linear, coherent story, because the story in Brawl was terrible, because none of the characters talked. And I get that a lot of Nintendo characters don't talk, but a lot of them do, and it's very hard to make an entire, you know, it's hard to make a story with characters that don't talk. So I think it'd be cool to have the characters that do talk in their Nintendo games talk in the story mode and be the ones that kind of forward the story And really, I just want to see all these characters interact with each other and, kind of an Avengers style thing. The final thing I'd want to talk about, and I know this is going to be controversial because most of the Smash fan base is really autistic in this way, in that they just want characters, 70 fucking characters, and that just doesn't work. So, with this new game, I want them to change it up a bit. First things first, let's make it a little bit more competitive. I think that's a good way to go with this series. I think the competitive fan base is definitely there, and the casual fan base is definitely there, and the casual fan base will eat up anything Smash Brothers, but the competitive Smash Brothers won't eat up everything Smash Brothers. So let's gear it a little bit more towards a competitive side, but still, it's still Smash Brothers. So you take mechanics like, wave dash and L canceling, and you iron those out and you make them legitimate mechanics in the game. So that way you please all those, diehard Melee fans who've been stuck on a damn near 15-year-old game. How old is Melee at this point? It's over 15 years old, I'm pretty sure. Let's kill Melee. Melee needs to die. Just straight up, Melee needs to die. So let's kill Melee, and let's make this the perfect replacement to that. And the reason why I said this would be controversial is because I would take that 60-character roster that we had in Smash 4 and cut that thing like a fatty steak. There is so much filler in that roster. And I mean, I think it's a great roster, but it's a fat roster. It's a lot of it's padding. Why do we still have characters like Jigglypuff and, Rob the Robot and Peach and these characters that no one really cares for? Let's be honest. If you say you like those characters, you're a liar. They're no one's favorite characters. So, in my opinion, we should cut the roster down to a solid 35 character roster with some DLC and really work on making the characters unique and balancing them out so that we don't have a Meta Knight situation, or I guess with this most recent game, a Bayonetta situation, where those characters just dominate and they're busted and broken. That's just my personal opinion. I think they should cut the roster and cut out anybody who isn't iconic, and then add some new characters and make it a really nice, clean, condensed, precise roster. Has a huge variety to it. Not 15 Mario characters, not 15 Pokemon characters. Just sexy roster. That's what we really need. And then with just a ton of single player and online player, modes to keep people busy forever. And I think with that, you pretty much have the best Smash Brothers game you could possibly have. Because you would have a game for the hardcore audience, and you would have a game for the casual audience. And that's really what you need to do. So, in my opinion, that's what this new game should be. I don't know if it's going to be that, but that's just my personal opinion on it. I just want to add my 2 cents into everything. And, I think that's pretty much going to do it. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.